Assalamualaikum and hello. So for today, I will explain chapter 3, which is under topic capital structure excluding bankruptcy. Chapter learning outcome. At the end of this chapter, students should be able to first identify the optimal capital structure and factors to be considered in capital structure. And the second one, students should be able to apply the capital structure theory and compute value of levered firm and unlevered firm. Chapter outline. There are 4 topics that we'll cover in this chapter. The first one is capital structure decision. Next is on determining optimal capital structure. Next is on the factors in capital structure, decision, and the last one is on value of unlevered and levered firm. In this video, I will only explain regarding the topic value of unlevered and levered firms. Basically, for topic value of unlevered and levered firm, it is more focusing on calculation part. So before we start with the calculation, it is important for you to understand a simple concepts of capital structure. Under capital structure theory, there are 2 types of firm available, either unlevered or levered firm. These firms are different based on their financing, either equity financing or debt financing. For a company which is unlevered firm, it represents the company is financing by equity financing, but for levered firm, it represents a firm or a company that financing by debt financing. A firm with fully financing by equity will consider as unlevered firm, meaning that without debt of firm, while a firm with debt financing is called as levered firm, which represent that there is some involvements of debt. Value of unlevered and levered firms represent the total value of the firm that involved with debt, which is levered firm, or without debt, which represent unlevered. In this video, we will calculate value of unlevered firm, which is VU, and the value of levered firm, which is VL. And then, before we start with the calculation also, it is important for you to understand the concepts of capital restructuring. So what is a capital restructuring? Capital restructuring is a process where the firm alter or make changes toward its capital structure by changing its financing from equity financing, which is from unlevered firm, to debt financing, which is levered firm. So in a simple word, capital restructuring represents a process where company change in terms of their financing by changing in terms of their financing from the equity financing to debt financing, meaning that they will change from the unlevered firm, meaning that from the firm without involvements of debt into the debt involvement of firm, which is from unlevered firm to be a levered firm. Okay, and then to start with the calculation, there are several lists of the formulas that you should know. There are 10 formulas available. So the first formula is regarding the value of unlevered firm, which is VU. So the formulas for VU equals to EBIT, which is earning before interest and tax or operating profit, time with 1 minus tax divided with RU, or the other formulas is equal to EAT, which is earning after tax or net income divided with RU. So what is a RU? RU represent cost of equity or cost of capital, which is WACC before restructuring, or represent a cost of equity or WACC for unlevered firm. Okay, and then for the second formulas, which is under value of levered firm, which is VL, the formulas will be equal to VU, which is value of unlevered firm, plus with tax time with debt. Okay, and then third formula is regarding cost of equity, which is RE after restructuring. The formula is equal to RU plus with RU minus with RD. So what is RD? RD here represent cost of debt, or the other name is interest rate. Time with debt divided with equity, which is E, and then times again with 1 minus tax. And then for the fourth formulas regarding weighted average cost of capital, which is WACC after restructuring, the formulas equals to E represent equity divided with VL, which is value of leverage firm, time with RE represent cost of equity, plus with debt divided with value of leverage firm, time with cost of debt, which is RD, time with 1 minus tax. And then formulas regarding value of equity represent E after restructuring. The formula is equal to value of leverage firm, which is VL, minus with debt. Next, continue with the other formulas. So formulas number 6 regarding weighted average flotation cost, which is WAFC. The formula is equals to E equity divided with VL time with FE. So FE represent flotation cost of equity in percentage, plus with debt, which is D divided with value of leverage firm, which is VL time with FD. So FD represent flotation cost of debt also in percentage. Okay, so next formulas number 7, which is regarding amounts of flotation cost or FC. So FC formulas equal to actual cost minus with the project cost. And to get the actual cost, the formulas is regarding formulas number 8. Actual cost equal to project cost divided with 1 minus WAFC. And then for the next formulas regarding net present value, which is NPV without flotation cost, the formulas equal to after tax cash flow, which is ATCF, divided with WACC and then minus with the project cost. And the last formulas is regarding NPV with flotation cost. And the formulas is after tax cash flow, which is ATCF, divided with WACC minus with the actual cost. So that is the 10 formulas that you should know to calculate for all of the calculation under this chapter. And now to start with the calculations, you can refer to example of this question. So based on this question, Rainbow Corporation is currently a 100% equity capital firm. So when it's mentioned that 100% equity capital, so means that currently this company is unlevered firm because there is no involvement of the debt. Unlevered firm with a cost of equity 10%. So cost of equity here represent RE. And you must be remember that RE for the unlevered firm is also equivalent to RU. So RU is equals to 10%. Net income is expected to maintain at RM 1.4 million. So net income is represented by EAT, which is earning after tax, given at 1.4 million ringgit annually and perpetually. It is planning to invest in the new project that costs RM 5 million. So cost here represent cost of the project. So the amounts of project cost equal to 5 million, RM 5 million. And for this reason, it decides to finance 50% of this cost project through debt. So when there is some information regarding borrowing or financing with the involvements of debt here, so meaning that to get the project cost amount 5 million, so the company will finance 50% from that project's cost by borrowing or through debt. So based on this statement of information, we know that they will have involvement of debt now because they will financing its project's cost by using debt. So how much in terms of amount of debt? So amounts of debt here represent 50% from the cost. So 50% from the cost represent 5 million So meaning that the debt amount is equivalent to 2.5 million. So half of the project cost will be financing through debt, will be involved with the debt. So the amount of debt is equivalent to 2.5 million with annual interest rate of 6.5%. So interest rate here also equivalent to cost of debt, which is RD. So RD is 6.5%. Currently, the company is at 30% tax rate bracket. So this is the information regarding tax. So tax here is 30%. So based on all information, the questions asked to calculate several of the calculation. So the first calculation is regarding value of the firm without debt. Next is on value of the firm with debt. The third question is value of equity after capital restructuring. Next is calculate cost of equity after capital restructuring. And the last one is to calculate weighted average cost of capital, which is WACC after capital restructuring. So there are 5 questions regarding the calculation that you need to be answered. And to answer for that question, so here is the answer. So based on the information, so here is the list of important information from the question. So we know that the cost of equity, which is RE, for unlevered firm equivalent to RU, which is 10%. Okay, and then EAT or net income is given at 1.4 million ringgit. And then the project cost amount is 5 million. And then it's also give information that the financings of the project 50% will be based on the debt. So we get the amounts of debt if RM 2.5 million. And then the interest rate or cost of debt, which is RD, is given at 6.5%. And the last one is regarding tax rate 30%. So based on this information, we start with the calculation. So for the first question, calculate value of the firm without debt. So value of the firm without debt means that we will calculate VU, which is value of unlevered firm, because unlevered firm means that the firm without involvements of debt. So based on the formulas of VU, there are 2 formulas available. The first formula is regarding EBIT, and the second formula is regarding EAT, which is net income. So how you should determine which of the formula should be used will be based on the information given in the question. So if the question given information regarding EBIT, you will use the EBIT formula. But if the information given in the question is regarding net income or EAT, so you will use the EAT formula. So since based on the information, EAT is given at 1.4 million or net income. So that's why to calculate VU, we will use the formula EAT or net income divided with RU. So EAT or net income is equivalent to 1.4 million divided with RU 10%. So you will get the amounts regarding value of the firm without debt is equivalent to RM 14 million. Okay, and then for the second question regarding calculate the value of the firm with debt. So value of the firm with debt means that we will calculate VL, because L represent leverage firm. Leverage firm means that the firm with the involvements of debt. So to calculate VL, formula equals to VU plus with tax rate time with debt. So VU from the first question is equivalent to 14 million plus with tax rate 30% time with the amounts of debt 2.5 million. So you will get the answer for VL is RM 14.75 million. And continue from that, for question number 3, you will calculate the value of equity after capital restructuring. So value of equity means that you will calculate E, represent equity value. So based on the formulas, E is equivalent to VL minus with D. So VL answer based on question number 2 is 14.75 million minus with debt amount 2.5 million. So you will get the end answer amount 12.25 million ringgit, which is the value of equity. Okay, and then for the next question, to calculate cost of the equity after capital restructuring, so cost of equity represent RE. So we will calculate RE, and to calculate RE based on the formulas equals to RU plus with RU minus RD time with D over E time with 1 minus type. So RU is given at 10%, so 0.10 plus with RU 0.10 minus with RD, which is interest rate, given at 6.5%, time with debt 2.5 million divided with E. So E that we calculate in question number 3 equivalent to 12.25 million, and then time with 1 minus tax. So you will get the answer for cost of equity equals to 10.5%. And the last question, which is question number 5, to calculate weighted average cost of capital, which is WACC after capital restructuring, and based on the formulas for WACC, it is equivalent to E, which is 12.25 million divided with VL, 14.75 million, time with RE. So RE is RE amount based on calculation number 4. So you'll get the amounts is 0.105 because 10.5%, and then plus with 2.5 million amount of debt, which is D, divided with VL 14.75 million, and then time with RD 0.065 because RD is 6.5%, and then time with 1 minus tax 30%. So an answer, you will get the amounts of WACC, which is weighted average of capital, equivalent to 9.49%. So that is the examples of questions and how to calculate. So to calculate all of the calculation in this topic is not difficult because you just follow all of the formulas and understand the item that should be included in the formulas. Alright, so that's all for the explanations regarding topic value of unlevered and unlevered firm. Thank you.